Hello and welcome back to our channel. From Austin Reaves calling Patrick Beverley too small to LeBron pulling off the greatest comeback in league history, we've seen a bunch of players get revenge after their opponents talk mad trash, and it's one of the most satisfying things to witness. Welcome to Hooper, and in this video we'll talk about brutal revenge moments in the NBA. As great as sports like basketball are, there's no doubt that they also come with a lot of trash talk and heated moments. Not to mention, emotions are always running high. While everyone's egos keep getting in the way as well, even reserve players can reach their breaking point if their rivals go too far. After all, you have every right to be annoyed at someone disrespecting you or your teammate. The best thing players can do in such cases is let their game do the talking, because that'll put the trash talkers in their place. And this strategy worked pretty well for Reaves. Bev was annoyed at the fact that he was traded for LA mid-season, so when he faced off against the Lakers in March of 2023, he wanted to make them regret their decision. He got shifty on LeBron in the post before scoring a clutch shot to put Chicago up 8. Then he looked at James and did the too small celly. But when both teams matched up a few days later, AR-15 was on a mission to gain revenge on behalf of the King, because he doesn't tolerate disrespect toward his teammates. With less than 3 minutes left in the game, Reaves drove down and scored a sick floater on Pat Bev's head before hitting him with the too small. And believe it or not, this wasn't the only time this celebration allowed us to see a savage revenge moment. In fact, Ja Morant got back at Jose Alvarado with it as well. Ja may be a menace off the court, but that doesn't mean role players like Jose have a right to disrespect him. Alvarado made a huge mistake when he did the too small celebration after scoring on Ja, cause when Ja got his lick back on Jose the very next possession, he ran up the court, crossed Jose, and drained the floater over him. On top of that, Alvarado fouled him as well. Ja was pumped and did the too small celebration right in front of Grand Theft Alvarado. Though, an even better way of getting revenge is with a posterizer. And Marcus Morris would agree with me on that. The Morris twins were living the dream when they played together in Phoenix, especially because it made so much easier for them to have each other's backs. You see, when the Suns were up against the Spurs in February of 2014, Aaron Baines posterized the hell out of Markieff Morris. But he got back at him later in the game when he dished the ball to his bro Marcus, who yammed the ball on Baines' head. Another man who got his lick back with a slam was LeBron James, who taught Jusuf Nurkic that you don't disrespect the king of the NBA. Back in 2016, LeBron got his shot swatted by Nurkic, but it should have been called a foul since he hit James' arm first, resulting in him falling down. The refs didn't call it though, and Nurk stared down the king. Fast forward to 2018 and the King finally got his revenge on Jusuf when he soared high for a huge, thunderous one-handed slam, posterizing the big man in the process. That said, sometimes players get back at their foes by being physical, sort of like what Russ did with Zach Collins. Russ isn't the type of dude you want to mess with, but Zach didn't get the memo. When they met in November of 2023, Collins fouled Westbrook hard, resulting in blood coming out of his forehead. He was pissed, so when they met 2 months later, Westbrook got his revenge on Zach. Collins thought he would bully Russ in the paint, though instead he hit the big man with a hard foul of his own, sending Zach straight to the floor. But unlike Westbrook, when James Harden was met with violence, he let his game do the talking. The Warriors-Rockets series from the 2018 playoffs was one to remember, and things got heated within 2 minutes of the series starting. After the Beard scored the layup on Draymond, he got pissed and shoved Harden before elbowing him in the throat. James chose to stay calm rather than being a jerk. And in Game 4, he got his lick back as he slammed the ball home with authority on Green's head. This was a great moment for everyone because nobody liked the Warriors except their own fans. But AD's revenge moment on Jaren Jackson was even more satisfying. The Grizzlies love being flashy, and when they faced off against LA in March of 2023, things were no different. After Memphis missed a shot in the fourth, Jackson flew high for the vicious putback dunk on Davis's head. But then, in a series-clinching Game 6 of the first round in April, Anthony got back at Jaren as he posterized him so hard that he went tumbling to the floor, looking like a fool. Speaking of making people look like fools, remember when Dame destroyed the Thunder franchise? Westbrook was talking mad trash to Lillard during their first-round matchup in 2019. And each time he hit a shot in Game 3, he was acting like he owned Dame. Not to mention, Russ even whipped out the Rock the Baby Selly, but acting like that was the stupidest thing he could have done, cause he pissed off Dame Dolla. With the score tied 115 in Game 5, Lillard launched the shot from close to half court and he drained it with ease, leading to the end of the Russ era in OKC. Though of course, even Dame made the mistake of talking trash, and Curry made him pay for it big time. Steph was off to a rough start in the 2021 season as he barely had any help, unlike in the past, so everyone was running their mouths about how he isn't the same beast without a stacked team. Lillard himself went on record and said that Steph was struggling since he wasn't getting easy looks without a star-studded team. This, along with all of the chatter amongst fans and the media, made things personal for Curry, who then went on and scored a career-high 62 points on Dame's head. Steph had activated God mode, just like LeBron did against the Grizzlies. Dillon Brooks loved trying to get under everyone's skin, but doing that with the King is a recipe for disaster. He was publicly disrespecting James, even going as far as to say he didn't care about LeBron since he was old. While in Game 3 of the 2023 first-round series, he hit James in the groin. The King was pissed, and so he demolished the Grizzlies in 6 games, making them look like a bunch of chumps who don't belong in the league. Soon after, LeBron posted on Instagram with the caption, "If you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear." It must have felt sweet getting revenge on Brooks, but I know it felt sweeter against Golden State. The 2016 Warriors were on top of the world as they set the record for most wins in the regular season, overcame a 3-1 deficit in the Western Conference Finals, and even found themselves up 3-1 against the Cavs in the finals. Then things took a turn for the worst. At the end of Game 4, LeBron and Green got into a fight. But when Klay was talking about it in the post-match presser, he chose to run his mouth, saying that LeBron got his feelings hurt. Not to mention the Dubs were generally acting too big for their boots, resulting in King James annihilating Golden State for 3 straight games to complete the greatest comeback in NBA history. They say revenge is a dish best served cold, and dudes like LeBron, Steph, and AD would agree with that, because they got their lick back in the most cold-blooded ways possible, allowing fans to witness some unforgettable moments. On top of that, having savage revenge moments under your belt helps cement yourself as an all-time great. I mean, players who allow themselves to be disrespected and never try to do anything about it just look like losers. After all, if they don't have that Mamba mentality, they'll be getting humiliated far too often. On that note, we'll wrap up today's video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Hooper, because there'll be more awesome videos coming every week.